Hey guys, Anthony here with WeBackTesla. And we back Tesla because if Tesla fails, the acceleration to a sustainable future fails, and we can't have that. So please consider subscribing, become a part of the solution. When you make the awesome decision of purchasing your Tesla, you can use our referral link down below, get you some free supercharging. But that's enough of that, because today we are going to be doing a range test, and one that I've been wanting to do for a while now. The girls wanted to go somewhere today. Let me just let them tell you where we're going. All right, so where do you girls want to go today?
Penny Arcade.
The Penny Arcade? Penny wants to go to the Penny Arcade?
Okay.
Sounds like a good opportunity.
Penny Arcade.
And the main thing I want to test today is the efficiency of this car when it's me by myself without the family, and having the family with me, the girls, the car seats. We're also going to test this out a little bit with, we're going to load the trunk, the frunk. We're going to load it with a bunch of stuff. We've got our stroller, we've got a cooler, we've got bags, backpacks. We're just gonna load as much crap in here that we probably don't need for this trip, just to give you guys a visualization of what you can fit in this car with your family, and see how much that affects your range when you're traveling with a whole family versus just someone by themselves. And before I get too far, Jess is gonna briefly show you guys something that we just got in the mail.
Hey guys, so a few videos ago when we did like the capacity of the trunk and frunk with our shopping trip, we got called out a little bit for the plastic usage in the video, which I totally agree about. So we ordered these reusable bags on Amazon. We can leave the link down below, the ones that we got. So they come in like this little carrier bag. I chose like this green, I don't know. They had like a bunch of colors. I don't really like pink, so. But yeah, it came in multiple colors. It's a 10-pack. And I think from the picture they said that they can be like rolled. Here's Pen. Size comparison. She's about to turn 4. Weighs about 24 pounds. Could fit in the bag. Oh, God. It's a shopping bag. Yeah, we heard your guys' comments. We're going to try and be better people. We're going to try and do better. We want to be better people. I think us getting the Tesla makes us want to be better people.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, they're all the same. They're just different colors.
Good job, Brooke. All right, so as you guys can see, I actually got the car seats out of here. We still got these little protector things that we bought to protect the seats from the car seats. Because the car seats do put pretty good dents in this material, and getting these, they were pretty cheap off Amazon. I'll put the link in the description for those. That takes care of that problem, so you don't get these huge divots in the white seats. But yeah, so this is pretty much empty. Just got our normal junk. I didn't totally clean this out. This will be good enough for the test. I'm just gonna be by myself. A few odds and ends. It's pretty dirty. I apologize, it's not camera ready. But the trunk here, nothing in here besides this umbrella. I got a couple things in here, empty boxes. And when I come back, we're actually gonna load all this up as much as we can. We've got our car seats, stroller. We're gonna find some other stuff to try to shove in this car to give you guys a better idea of what you can fit in here with your family, and also see how much that affects our range. I also have nothing in the frunk, so we'll go ahead and see what we can fit in this thing. When I come back, I'm going to do the trip by myself first, and then come back and get the family, and we'll go to the Penny Arcade and hang out. Right, so now I'm at the official starting location, so let's look at the map real quick and show you what I'm going to do. We are going to be doing the first leg by myself. Right now it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I've got this reset. I'm pretty sure this is episode 9. Hopefully that's right. Let's go ahead and look at the temperature in Celsius, so I don't have to do the conversion in my head. 24 degrees Celsius. And I'll go ahead and switch this from kilometers to miles when we get the data. So now let's navigate to the Penny Arcade. I already searched for it today.
Now turn left onto North Union Boulevard.
Thank you for that. Alright, 85%. I'm leaving our starting point here. So about 27 minutes. I'm going to go there and back. Let's go ahead and get this first leg by myself because I'm lonely over with, so I can pick up the family, load up the car, and we'll do it again and see what kind of difference it makes. can see, the weather is really building. So where I just drove to and back is tucked up into the mountains right here, and the weather is just getting kind of worse and worse. So I'm hoping this test doesn't get ruined. If it does, oh well, I'm trying. So looking at this right now, this was my solo run. So I went 31 miles, 176 watt hours per mile, and the temperature stayed the same at 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So let me go ahead and just switch this to kilometers real quick. And 50 kilometers, 109 watt hours per kilometer. So this is me driving solo. I will aggregate this data and show a better comparison for the run that we do with the entire family. So now let's get back home and load up the car and go back and actually go play at the Penny Arcade. Alright guys, bad news. It's the next day. I didn't get to do the second part of the run with the family yesterday because of the weather. It just started pouring at the Penny Arcade. So we decided to try today, and luckily the weather is like exactly the same temperature wise. So we're gonna actually load up the car. It's empty right now. I've got like the car seat and all the crap out of it from my run yesterday doing it by myself. So now I'm gonna put the car seats back in. We're gonna load up the trunk with as much junk as we can find with our stroller and anything else. That way you guys can see what fits in this car for a family or just in general. And I forgot to mention that if you guys want to go see other range tests that are more like speed specific or just a longer trip specific, we do have other episodes, so go check those out. And I've got more in the pipeline, so stay tuned for those. So I also had one of you guys, say I misspoke about the charging. I said you wake up with a full charge every morning. And by full charge, I mean like whatever you set the limit to. So you can set the limit on the Tesla to like 80, 90%, which is recommended. But I just said full charge. That in my brain, full charge means whatever you set it to charge up in the morning. So I charge my car up to 80% most days. Some, like on the weekends, I'll do 90% if I think we're going to do a lot of driving, or if I don't want to charge on consecutive days. But yeah, so let's load up the car. So I got this stroller here. It's a Britax something or another. It's a stroller we've had forever. It's pretty popular, and we'll see. I'm gonna actually see if this fits into the frunk. I don't think it will, but at least you guys will get an idea if it actually might fit. So I got the frunk empty here. I'm just gonna lay this. Yeah, this is not gonna fit at all. Alright, so there you go. It does not fit, but if you know how big these strollers are, then you kind of get an idea how big this frunk is. It can fit a backpack, it can fit some groceries, maybe a cooler. We have a cooler, maybe I'll see if that fits in there. Let's go ahead and stick this in the trunk. Alright, so I think this is more suited for the stroller. So I got the stroller in here. I haven't put anything in the bottom. I'm probably gonna grab some stuff and try to shove in there. And I probably could organize this way better, but stroller fits just fine in here. There's plenty of room to stack on top of here. There's plenty of room inside of the other part of the trunk here. You got a little hidden compartment here. Actually, it's a good segue. One of my other videos about my tire, I ended up getting these pucks off Amazon for like, I want to say they were like $60. I'll put a link in the description for where I bought them. Hopefully I don't need them very often or at all, but I have them now so I don't damage my battery if I have to jack the car up. I just keep them in there. But yeah, let's get some more crap, put it in here, and then we're gonna go. Alright, so I got more crap here. Penny's got the little grocery bags we went over that we got, the reusable ones, so now we're being more responsible, right? We're gonna fit those in somewhere. What else we got? Let's see. So I got my bowling, because I bowl. I'm super lame. Actually, Jason Belmonte liked one of my Instagram comments. He drives a Tesla. He just recently.
Are we going to go bowling?
No. I'm just putting it in the trunk to see how much crap I can fit in here. But yeah, he liked one of my comments. He drives a Tesla, and he's like the best bowler. So I got my bowling ball, my bowling shoes. I know, I'm super lame, but more stuff to put in the car. So, bowling bag. I got this big travel duffel bag Osprey with a busted drone in here that I crashed into the house like a year ago, and some random clothes that we don't use. I got this Yeti cooler that we bought for a lunch trip about 2 years ago, so that was like a really expensive lunch trip. It does work really well, and we do use it every once in a while. Then I got my work bag here. This is what I take to work every day. Jess has another bag. It's the exact same Osprey backpack. We're gonna put Penny in the car, and then all of us in our bodies, and that should do it. So let me try to shove all this in the car real quick. All right, first item I stuck in this little hidden compartment where the gas tank usually is. It's my bowling bag, big old Osprey bag with a bowling ball. They can fit other little knickknacks around there, but that's all I'm gonna shove in there for now. Stroller, so see if this huge duffel bag, this would fit in here just super easy. I could have it packed a lot more. So that's just in there on top of the stroller. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and just toss my backpack in here. Shove that in the back. So my backpack's back there. And there's still tons of room in here. Huge duffel bag we use for travel. Stroller, bowling ball underneath. My work backpack with all my work stuff in it. And yeah, here, come here, Penny. Let me see you for size reference. And we can still fit a Penny in here. Probably about 2 or 3, huh? All right, I think that's all I'm gonna put in here. We're gonna put some stuff in the frunk. See what we can fit in there. I don't know if your backpack and this will fit, but we'll see. All right, so Yeti cooler. Let's see if this fits in here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to twist it around. I think this might be the only thing that fits in here. What do you think? Yeah, Pen, squeeze a little shopping bags in there. So that's our Yeti cooler. I think it'll shut just fine. What do you? We'll see. I try not to ruin the hood. Your backpack's not gonna fit in there, but yeah, Yeti cooler and little small things. Here, I'll hold that. See if we can shut this. This is how you shut it. Right?
Shut up.
I think it shut. I didn't really put too much force on it. All right. Okay, so Yeti cooler fits in the frunk. You're just gonna hold your backpack? All right. She's just gonna hold her backpack. We're gonna climb in the car. All right, Brooke, you climb in. Okay. Pen, you climb in this side. So yeah, Justice has her backpack on the floorboard, so I can put more crap in here for demonstration. But I don't really have anything else. Penny wants to go. I think you get the idea of space, and we got some extra weight in here with us, so I'll see how much this affects our range. All right, so we're done with the gym. We are all ready. We've got all our junk in our trunk and frunk, and we got all our junk in our trunk and frunk in the car. We're gonna hit the Penny Arcade, right? That's where we're going? All right, who's excited? Do you got your coins? It's not really a penny arcade. They
It's
say
like
it's
quarter
penny.
arcade.
Quarters for inflation.
Interesting.
But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead, same route I did yesterday by myself, and we'll see how this car does. Let me show you real quick what I'm starting at. I don't think I pointed out, I used 10% battery on my trip by myself. And then I also showed you guys the stats for watt hours per mile and kilometer. And I'll do that at the end of this too. But let me show you where we're starting out and then we'll go. So I gotta reset my little thing here. I'm gonna rename it. Oh, good call. See, the air. I forgot to put the air on again. This is with our junk run. I don't know what to name it. Save, reset, and we'll do the same thing. So ignore the numbers that were there. I did driving since yesterday, so I'll aggregate the stuff at the end. That way you guys can see the difference. And yeah, let's go ahead and just go. Yeah, I keep forgetting to turn that on.
La la
read about this or hear this? That you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night.
and visualize seeing yourself as...
Yeah, I would visualize.
Alright. I don't have my front plate on. Don't feel like getting a ticket. So let's shove this thing in here. Hopefully that's good enough. That should work. We'll see.
Coming to me that I want it or whatever. Drive home and think, well, I do have these things. They're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there. I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe. And I dated it Thanksgiving 1995. Just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million.
Manitou Springs Penny Arcade. It's a pretty cool place if you're in the area. This is what fun looks like. Alright, so we're done with the second part of our trip, and I'll show you guys the numbers real quick. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Did you have fun?
Yes.
What'd you get on your faces? Look at that on your forehead, Pen. What is that? So now that we're done with the second part of this trip, 31.3 miles, which was exactly what I did by myself. We did use more energy, 208 watt hours per mile. Let me just switch this for our friends overseas or
No, honey,
anywhere that
okay.
doesn't use our stuff. Let's see, kilometers. Oh yeah, and the temperature. It's a little bit warmer today, but I think close enough for this test. So same 50 kilometers, 129 watt hours per kilometer. And yeah, so I'll go ahead and just summarize.
Stop.
Pen wants to go home. So I'll summarize when we get home. Okay, so I crunched the numbers. These are some really interesting results. I've been super curious of how different the efficiency of this car is when I'm driving by myself versus the whole family and some junk in the car. And it's got me thinking of some follow-on videos that I want to do because of this. But before I show you the results, please consider subscribing. Give this video a like if you liked it, if it was helpful, and give me any feedback that you have down below, or just say hi. But without further ado, let's just look at the results real quick. Alright, so first thing I want to do is take this little miniaturized WeBackTesla Model 3 and demonstrate the route that we took on the map here. Give you guys an idea of what this trip looked like. So our starting point was right here where this G is for Google. And in the spirit of all the governments that want to make electric cars sound like gas cars for some reason, I will demonstrate our route. So I started here and we went to the interstate. Okay, I'm not going to do that. But this part here was a slower speed, 30 miles an hour, 50 kilometers an hour, until we got to the interstate. And then we traveled down the interstate all the way down to Highway 24. And then we shot up here to Manitou Springs, right to where the Tesla logo is. And that's where the Penny Arcade was. And then we just traversed that back home, same route. So that was like 31 miles and I think I said 54 kilometers. This could be a good demonstration of like a typical in-city work commute where there's some slow in-city stoplight traffic and then maybe a little bit highway. So let's go ahead and just get to the numbers. So here are the results. So it was a solo versus family run. This is the useful data that we care about. Distance was 31.3 miles, 50.4 kilometers. The temp range was 75 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 Celsius. And my average speed was around 35 miles per hour or 56 kilometers per hour. So for my solo run, my efficiency was 176 watt hours per mile or 109 watt hours per kilometer. And what I did was I projected that out. And if I were to do this trip over and over again at the same efficiency, and I went from 100% to 0% charge, I could have traveled 184 miles or 457 kilometers. And this is assuming a 50 kilowatt hour usable amount of battery, which the Standard Range Plus, to the best of my knowledge, has about 50 kilowatt hours of usable battery. Now comparing that to the family run, my efficiency was worse at 208 watt hours per mile or 129 watt hours per kilometer. So doing the same projection, that actually gets me to about the rated range of this car, which is 240 miles or 386 kilometers. And I just made a note here that that is an 18% drop in efficiency when I have the family and some of our junk in the car versus me driving this route by myself. And that's the test, guys. I really hope that this was helpful. I found it really interesting, and and help me out trying to like figure out how putting my family and some luggage in this car might affect our range for like if we go on a family road trip. I can kind of in my head know I should probably give myself about a 15 to 20% buffer versus what I'm used to traveling by myself. But we'll see if this holds true. I'm going to be doing some follow-on videos, kind of just continuing to test these numbers, test this theory to see if they hold true, maybe with a longer distance or at faster speeds. If you guys have any suggestions or questions, please leave them down below. If you like what you saw, please give it a thumbs up. If you're subscribed, thank you. If you're not, please consider it. If you drive an EV, seriously, thank you. If you don't and you're thinking about it, do it, because like this is the best car, and driving these things is just the best experience you can have in a car. You can't really appreciate it until you're actually inside one of these and you get to just experience it. Oh yeah, and the contest is ending soon. 2 of you that have entered so far are going to get one of these cars with a $25 Amazon gift card. That ends July 15th. When I go to bed, I'm going to cut it off. I've already got my list aggregated with all those of you who've entered so far. You guys should have seen a response from me, and I've already talked to some of you guys back and forth. And I really appreciate your guys' stories. I might end up sharing some of these stories and try to just share more positive stuff. I did get a comment about my other video where I was talking about a lot of the hate and negative stuff that I got bombarded with on one of my previous videos. And I think it is a good idea to try to push more positivity, because there's a lot of you guys pushing the positivity and just giving us great feedback, and we really appreciate it. And one more programming note is we're actually going to start doing these live streams. We did one on Saturday. We're going to do them late when the girls go to bed. So we did the first episode that Saturday. If you haven't seen that, you can go watch it. It was a ton of fun. There were a lot of you guys that were on and interacting with us, and it was just a ton of fun. And we're going to try to do that every Saturday night. So please stay tuned for that. I'll try to shout that out before it goes live. We did that just in the spur of the moment. It'll be after bedtime, our time here in Colorado, and we'll do it live.
No. We'll do it live! Thing sucks!
And we hope some of you guys join us. So every week there's going to be a format, and we'll describe it when we do our next live stream this Saturday. But I'm going to stop rambling. I really appreciate you guys sticking around for this long if you have. Thank you guys again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.